They're trying to find some kind of shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's only work. There's no other way out. All there is hard work. God decides who gets what, and it's very simple. I have never seen somebody in my entire life want something and not get it. I've seen people say they want something and not get it, but I've never seen somebody actually wanting something not get it. I've seen people say, yeah, I want to get bigger and not get bigger. But I've never seen somebody go to the gym every day, train hard every day, eat right every day, not get bigger. So the guy who actually wanted it gets exactly what he wanted. And the guy who said he wanted it doesn't, because it's easy to fly. But if you genuinely actually want something, the universe is super giving. The universe will make you big, strong, famous, and rich. You can have everything you've ever desired, all of it, if you actually want it. But if you don't actually want it, it's not going to give it to you, because you cannot fool the universe and you cannot fool God. You cannot lie to the universe by pretending you're a dedicated person then sleeping in. That ain't going to work. It's never going to work. So people sit and they try and conflate the issue to avoid the hard work because they're scared of the hard work, because they're cowards or they're lazy. And they sit there and go, oh, there must be some other way. There isn't. And even if there was, the hard workers would have found it, and they'd be doing it with hard work applied on top anyway. So it still wouldn't work for a fucking loser. There's no other way. Going to the gym is a search for truth, because you can either lift that bar or you can't. That is true or false. Your strength that you hold in your own human hand is true when you train yourself to become more capable. That is a search for truth. Power that you feel inside of yourself is real. Money that you make, they can take it off you, yes. But when you dedicate yourself to money, sure, you can call that real. You can spend it. You can take care of people you love. Those are real things. And it's very difficult to get to any kind of baseline of truth. So if I woke up and I tried to have my most honest day in the world, where I'm absolutely honest, because even me, I am self-critical enough to understand that we're all hypocritical. So if I had to wake up and be as honest as possible, what would I be talking about? What would I be saying? But more importantly, what would I be doing in my quest for eternal truth? If I wanted to live as honestly as possible, what would I be doing? Well, I would be training, attempting to be as strong as possible. I'd be telling the people I love that I love them, because that's true. I'd be telling the people I care about that I care about them. But if you want to be an honest person or a good person, perhaps these are the most important things you can actually do with your day. It's train, it's dedicate yourself, work hard, make money, achieve things, love those you love, because so much of the world is garbage. If you scroll Twitter, every single person is full of shit. Every single person contradicts. Every single person picks and chooses. But if you go to the gym and you lift that weight, you get stronger. Isn't that beautiful? The simplicity of it. Isn't simplicity beautiful to say, the world is so complicated, but if I go to the gym and I lift this weight, I get strong. Isn't that enough to give you some peace, some grounding in the chaos, for you to finally find an anchor in rough seas, for you to wake up and think, I'm going to dedicate myself and I'm going to train and I'm going to get stronger tomorrow because I trained today and I didn't want to train and I was tired, but I did it anyway. And now I'm stronger than I was. And that is 100% definitively true. No subjectivity, no maybes, no ifs, no buts. It is a fact. And it is a fact that I have constructed, that I have made a reality myself. Like I am the constructor of the universe. I can force this outcome. And forced outcomes are what you're always looking for in life. If you play chess, and I'm not so good, but if you do play, you understand that your calculative ability is massively increased with forced outcomes. If I make a move and he can make 3 possible reply moves, it's very difficult for me to calculate into the future. But if I make a move and it's check and he only has 1 move, and then I make another move and it's check and he only has 1 move, I can now calculate far deeper into the future because I've forced a move from my opponent. Forced moves allow you to plan for the future more effectively. So you should always be looking for forced moves in your life. You should be sitting here saying, okay, if I do this, if I go out and party tonight, 10 things can happen. I can get in a fight and die. I can get in a fight and win and get a good KO video that makes me famous on the internet, but I catch a criminal case and I go to jail for 6 years. I can meet a beautiful woman and we can fall in love and have a baby. I can meet a beautiful woman and she can break my heart and waste my time. I can get drunk for no reason. I can have a great time. I can have a bad time, etc. There's a whole bunch of outcomes. But if you say I go to the gym and I lift those weights, what happens? I get stronger. Most likely that's what's going to happen. I doubt you're going to go to the gym and lift those weights and all of a sudden, because you lifted those weights, you're going to impress somebody who stares in the window from the outside and they decides to buy you a car and you get a brand new car for going to the gym. That's probably not going to happen. What is going to happen is that you're going to get stronger. It's a forced move. It's a forced move, and it's a universal truth. And I am going to try, as I optimize my life, which is a permanent and never-ending task, to not only always look for forced moves, but also to be looking for the truth of all things. And I think that's what I love so much about competition, because competition is a search for truth. Who's better? Well, there's one person here and there's a person there. Well, who's actually better? Well, I believe I'm better because of this. You believe because you're better because of this. Okay, let's set the rules. Let's set the parameters of the competition. Let's have a competition and let's see who's true. Let's see the truth. Let's see who's better. Search for truth is a very beautiful thing. If you are optimizing your friendship group for competency, which is what you should be doing as a man if you're optimizing your life for efficiency and capability. If you're a man who's saying, I want to win the game of life, it is an endless, never-ending competition. Every single thing I want, someone else wants. All the views we want on this podcast, someone else wants. The Ferrari you want, someone else wants. The house you want, someone else wants. Every dollar you earn, someone else wants. So we're in endless competition. This is a war. So I need to choose who's on my team. And I'm going to optimize my team for capability so I can win. I ain't happy. So why do I give a shit if he's happy? I'm not unhappy. I'm not happy. I'm busy. I don't know what to say. How do you feel? I feel busy. Yeah, but are you happy? I'm busy. I'm doing this. 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 I got shit to do. I'm busy. And that's the purpose of man. Why is any of the other men watching this waking up each day if they're not trying to get strong, get rich, and fight their enemies? What the fuck you waking up for? What are you waking up for if you're not thinking, I need to be stronger, I need to be richer, and I need to engage the enemy? What do you want to do? You want to go on a boat in Miami and then take Instagram pictures and talk about how you're a boss? You should be waking up. You should hit the gym. You should get as strong as possible. You should then decide you need to make some money. Once you got money in the bank, once you're physically intimidating like you're supposed to be as a man, you need to find an enemy worth engaging. But I don't know why any man is waking up without the inclination to be as rich as possible, be as strong as possible, and fight their enemies. Let's expand on this. When I said earlier, you can't love something unless you hate, you can also inverse that. You can also apply that to, as a man, you can't love anything unless you're capable, which means you need to hate the fact that you're incapable of certain things. You can't be rich unless you hate being broke. So there's a lot of people who go, I want to be rich. Well, guess what? Everyone wants things. Wanting things is not the same as being dedicated towards something. Everyone wants things. African tribesmen who have never seen a paved road in their lives still want a Lamborghini if it's free. Do you want a Lambo? Sure. Boom. Wanting is not dedication. Dedication is action. It doesn't matter. Everyone wants shit. I'm tired of hearing what people want. When you dedicate yourself to something, only then will God give it to you. So unless you hate being broke, you'll never be rich. And I'll tell you why. Because poor people will say, man, I really want to be rich. Are you dedicated? Yeah, I'm dedicated. And then for 3 days, they'll try. But the majority of the time, they're actually happy being broke. They're happy playing a video game, eating some ramen, and sitting around with their friends. So they only feel temporarily motivated to escape the trap. But most of the time, they're happy to be exactly where they are, which is why they'll stay exactly where they are. They don't hate being broke. When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. I had permanent insomnia when I was poor. I was like, there must be a way. I'm missing something. So unless you hate being poor, you're not going to love being rich enough to ever get there. And this is extremely important. As a man, if you want to love anything, if you want to even be able to show love to the world, you need to be extremely capable of so many things. If you're an incapable man, your love has no value. Why, when a little loser with no money tells a girl, I love you, why doesn't she care? Because it doesn't mean anything. Because even if you love her, if she needs a hospital bill paid, you can't pay it. Even if you love her, if she needs defending on the street, you can't defend her. Even if you love her, if she needs her problems fixed, you can't fix them. So your love means nothing. When the big, strong, rich, important billionaire says he loves her, it matters because his love can be exchanged for goods and services and provision and protection. So if you're a man and you say, oh yeah, I love my family, but you're not rich, not really. Because if you really loved them, you'd be trying your very best to be as capable as possible of taking care of them. Saying you love your family, but you can't afford the big hospital bill that inevitably is going to come doesn't mean you love them very much to me. If you love them, you'd be working your ass off. You love your family, but you're broke playing video games. You don't love them. You're not allowed to love things as a man unless you have things. Your love means nothing unless you're rich. So if you want to tell a woman you love her and see her eyes light up, if you want to tell your parents you love them and then be able to relax in old age, if you want to tell your friends you love them and know that they're prepared to die beside you, all of that's going to happen when you get big, strong, and rich. Because your friends are going to say he'll fight beside me. Your woman's going to say he can take care of me. And your parents are going to know that they have hospital treatments until their dying days. But when you're a brokey, your love means nothing. Your loyalty means nothing. Why do I need the loyalty of a man who's so weak that if I'm attacked on the street, he can't help me? Andrew, I'm loyal to you. Okay, we're under attack. It's a street fight. I'm getting stabbed. And you're standing there pissing your pants. What does your loyalty mean? If your loyalty means nothing, then you haven't really given it to me, have you? If your love means nothing, you haven't really given it to me, have you? This is how the world works as a man. So if you're the kind of man who is not dedicated and not motivated to permanently become as strong and rich as possible, you're not even capable of being loyal to or loving anything. And everyone with a brain is going to understand that your love and your loyalty is valueless. And women, the perfect mirror of life, they're going to show that to you quickest. When you tell them you love them and you're loyal to them and they don't give a fuck, it's because it's empty. It's empty words. That is the best possible life a man can live, and it is based on brutal competence and never-ending work. I want to make something very clear to everybody at home. Anybody who thinks that a lifestyle comes like this without dedicating yourself for at least a decade to the endless work which must be required to prove to God that you deserve to be a main character on earth is a fool. God is sitting there waiting for somebody to put their hand up and say, look, I work harder than the others. Look, I've tried harder than everyone else. I worked on the days I was sick. I worked on the days I was tired. I dedicated myself and did exactly what you wanted me to do. Please bless me with the best possible existence any man on earth could have. How do I reach that echelon of masculine capability? Look around yourself. Look at the room you're in now. Look at the woman you're next to. Look at the car you drive. Look at all of it. Say, am I happy with this? Do I want something else? Do I want more? How do I get what they have? They are two brothers from the bottom who were broke with nothing, who have everything now. How did they do it? How do I do it? I'm showing you these videos to motivate you and explain to you there is an entire version of reality that you have yet to crack. It is time for you to improve your character as a person. It's time for you to move from a soldier into special forces. That's the point of these videos. That's what we're trying to do.